Well, the way it looks out here, you'd think it's in the 80s. It's only in the 20s. It's cold. So I'm gonna go for a walk here in a little bit. Got a couple of things. Got all excited. Decided I'm gonna make some big changes to the channel, so I brought a new notebook to write them down. So let's just take a minute here to see what they are. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let's see what the other ones are. Oh, looks like no changes. Anyhow, let's move right along. Somebody sent me this, so if you sent this to me, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Not sure who it's from. Let's see what it is. Yeah, a flip plate. Oh, never mind. I bought that for myself. Oh well, that's strike two already. Jeepers creepers. I'm going to put that plate here because we're starting to get days in the 50s. So I want to put that flip plate right here so I can run the extension cord in. The next day we get this in the 50s and it's nice out. I mean, it's all right today, but I want it at least in the 50s. I'm going to start charging up my battery and get that ready. Because we're having more and more days where it's getting into the 50s. So it gives me something to do. I'm going to get my power tools and get in and get the battery plugged in. That Robies, though, they kind of hold their charge for quite a while. I have this another off-brand. It's one of those side sockets. I'm not sure how where it turns sideways. I haven't charged those batteries up in almost 2 or 3 years, and I went to check it the other day. Still had a full charge to them. Even it was the cheapest set you could buy. So, you know, I was kind of amazed. But anyhow, on those gold wings, Mike told me something on the way out, and sorry, giving me the shakes. I got to switch. He said when the 2025s come out, or they get them in, I mean. I'm not sure when that will be. He said those two gold wings that are on the showroom floor, the black and white one and that green one, he said they're going to be even discounted more. So I'll have to see what the prices are. But could get that white one. I'm just thinking about retail value. I think this worst case scenario in a couple of years I needed to sell it for some reason. I could get a better price on a touring model versus a cruiser. But if they don't discount them quite a bit, by $2,000 or $3,000, then apparently the new one's only $500 more. So I might just get a 2025. So I'll have to wait and see. I like the trike. Had a couple things wrong with it, which it made me nervous. Well, not nervous, but I don't know. The seat had that cut in it, so that's no big deal. I'd just purchase a new seat. I'm sure they can't be more than $400 or $500. And then I'd have them put it on. And then we was looking at the bike, and I see the cruise light was on. And then I went to push it off, and it wouldn't come off. Mike says, "Oh, the switcher's sticking." I said, "Yeah, I know. Seems like anything below the 2018s, everybody has problems with those switches. But if you wiggled that switch, then you could see the light on the dash flicking around and coming on and off. So it might need a new switch. So I'd always have them fix that before I'd buy it." And another thing I didn't know, I wasn't really aware of or paid any attention, but I noticed it had a hitch on it. So the guy who had it, was towing a trailer, and there were 60,000 miles on it. So I don't know. That makes me nervous. You guys would have to tell me if towing a trailer, it's going to be harmful to the transmission. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. So he traded it in at $60,000. So that'll make me nervous. Obviously, I'm going to take it for a test drive if they still have it and see. And then I already asked Mike. I said, well, what happens after, say, a couple weeks or so and the transmission goes out? And he said, well, he said just to, call them, let them know, and they'll see if they can work with me on something. But I'm also told Mike I'm buying the premium warranty for it. So it should be covered on a warranty. But I'm just kind of wondering how much of a wear and tear pulling a trailer on a Goldwing is. Because you don't know how much you're towing. And how many miles of those 60,000 he was towing the trailer on it. That park sticker expired like a couple of years ago, so he wasn't going in any state parks the last couple of years. So that's about the two things that make me nervous. And then the underglow lights came on every time you turned on the key. And then I asked Mike, how do you shut those off? Because I wouldn't want to have them on all the time going down the road. So he's going to have to call the owner, see how to shut those off. We found one switch on the dash, but we didn't know. We both pushed it, didn't seem to do anything. So I'm not too worried about it. Like I said before, if I buy it at Trike, which I would like to have, but man, that Trike is expensive. But like I said, if I buy it, I put a brand new seat on it. They'd have to fix that switch before I, actually purchased it. And then I kind of go from there. I mean, one thing going for it, it's a Goldwing, so it should be pretty damn tough. That's the only thing that worried me. And the bumper on it looked brand new. He said it came with that kit. But I said, yeah, Mike, but it's brand new. There's no rust. There's no nicks on it or nothing. So that's another thing that makes me just a little nervous. They did put on brand new tires on it. So it has brand new tires on it. That you could tell very easily. Well, I think that was it on my complaints on that Trike. So, but I've been pricing them out. They're right around that price for a used Trike. So it's not overpriced. But to me, excuse me, to me it's overpriced. It's just going to be a hard pill to swallow. Paying that much money, and I can actually buy, that green Cruiser was actually like $2,000 or $3,000. I think it was $2,000 less than that Trike. So that's going to be one of the hard parts to get past. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to wait and see. Like I said, I'm not doing anything until I sell Bumblebee. Once it gets nice out, let's see. It's obviously March now, so I'm hoping sometime in April it's going to start warming up. But it stays warm, like in the 50s and 60s, or maybe some 70s. Then I can pull Bumblebee out and then take some pictures of it and put it on Facebook. I think I'll start at 6,200 and just say, best offer, and go from there. But there's going to be a certain price I'm not going to go below, because I figure if they're going to try to lowball me, I'll just take it to the dealership, and then if they want it, they can pay the higher price at the dealership. So the dealership won't give me very much. I think it was around $3,500. He said it was in good condition. I told him the mileage on it was less than 25, but I was looking at one of my videos near the end before I put it in the shed. It was like 27,000. I was unaware I had put that kind of mileage on it already. So, and I brought it when it had 16.5. So, but I didn't think I rode it that much between the cancer and my heart. To me, it didn't seem like I was really riding it. But yeah, okay. And then a couple of people had asked about putting the trike kit on mine. I just simply couldn't afford it, just to be honest. Those kits are like anywhere from 12 to 15,000. And I didn't do much research in it, but I'm sure that doesn't include the labor to put it together. So if I'm going to buy a trike, it's going to be already together. And I don't want to buy one from a private seller. I've been burned so many times buying stuff online that, expensive items, find out they're just garbage. So I sooner go through the dealership and buy the extended warranty, and then go that route. That way, shouldn't have too much to worry about. But like I said, I used to never buy warranties ever. I don't know how many times I've had people tell me I'm wasting my money, but when they completely repaired Heisenberg for me, I only had to pay $105. I think it was well worth it. So this next Gull Wing, new or used, I'm buying a brand new warranty on it. And then another thing strange, I asked Mike about the financing, because of course they want me to use one of their people, and I said, well, what about Honda's financing? And they said they don't work with Honda financing anymore. He said they haven't done it the last couple of years. Apparently they said they had some problems with it, so they're not working with Honda. I can't imagine what that problem would be. So, but yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited. Bumblebee is pretty upset. It's got me locked out of the shed right now. So he said he could smell new Gull Wing. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and then that green one, that's the only one I really sat on, because the other one is just a little bit too much, But when I sat on that green one, it felt like I was sitting on my CTX 1300. It felt lighter. I felt very comfortable sitting on it. So we'll see. When it gets closer, we'll see what happens. All right, you guys, have a good day. I got to do a little bit of work out here. Goodbye.